So you want to stripe your lawn because, let's face it, a striped lawn looks better than a non-striped lawn. So we've got 3 ways that you can improve the stripes on your lawn. And stay tuned for the bonus tip at the end. But before we do that, time to collect the leaves. The first tip for the perfect striped lawn is a real high quality lawnmower. Yes, you can stripe your lawn with a rotary lawnmower as long as you have the roller at the back. But if you want the best stripes, then a high quality lawnmower like this Allett Sterling is going to provide you with much better stripes, because we have 2 rollers, one at the front, one at the back. We also have this grooming rake just behind the front roller, and that will help push all the grass in the right direction. Not only that, you can swap out the cassettes to help groom the grass in the way you're going to cut it. So the first tip is buy the best quality mower that you can afford, preferably a cylinder one. So the good thing about using a high quality cylinder mower like this is you're going to get really strong stripes and a real kind of difference between the dark and the light. Just remember, you cut in one direction and then you cut back in the opposite direction. Now, one trap a lot of people fall into when trying to stripe their lawn is cutting the grass too short. Keep the grass at a reasonable length, wouldn't go any less than 20 mil. I'm happy to cut mine at 30, because the longer the grass, generally, the better the stripe, and the longer that stripe will last. Once you've mastered the basics of going up and down, then you can start to get a little bit more creative. Here we're doing double width stripes. I just like how it's a little bit more broad, and that can work well if you've got a really long, thin garden. You can also start to cut across in the next time, and that will give you the checkerboard effect. Now, don't be concerned if the first time your grass isn't striping brilliantly. All you need to do is do it again. 3 to 4 cuts per week, and those stripes will start to burn in, and you'll have a lovely striped lawn before you know it. One thing to be aware of though is don't cut your lawn in the same direction all year round. If you do that, the grass will start to grow across the top of the soil, and then you're going to introduce issues, lawn disease and bare soil. So make sure you cut in a different direction every time. Save burning those stripes in for the event, the family barbecue or the party. One final tip when you're cutting your lawn into stripes: it's easy to get lost and forget which line you're supposed to come back down. Just remember, you will always be cutting on the light stripe if you're burning them in. Tip number 2 is to have a really thick, lush lawn, and that requires you to fertilise, but not just any fertiliser, not the same fertiliser over and over again. You're lawn needs different nutrients at different times of year. Typical nutrients that are going to help green up the grass, the classic one is iron. You'll see that as Fe on there, and that does give quite a quick boost to that green colour. Be warned with iron, if you get it on your patio, it will cause these little rust specks if it gets wet, so sweep it off your patios and paths before it rains or you water it in. We use a lot of magnesium in our products that you don't find in many off-the-shelf products, because that's one of the main elements in chlorophyll and therefore assists with the photosynthesis, so you get a really strong lawn that's growing, which then gives it the green colour. Finally, potassium, a really underused nutrient. You'll see in all of our fertilisers, whether that's the Equinox Spring Summer or the Equinox Spring Autumn or the Feels Like Summer fertiliser, we have a lot of potassium in it because it thickens the sward, and if you have a thick sward you will have a lush looking lawn. The bigger that sward is, the better the shadow and the reflections it creates when we lie the grass in opposite directions. So you don't forget to feed your lawn and you're giving it the right product at the right time. Mowd Lawn Care Subscriptions have developed an annual plan, and if you go for the advanced plan you will start with a spring feed Equinox, and this has magnesium and calcium and lots of potassium, 15%, a really good start in the spring. You'll then get that followed up with a really high iron fertiliser that is also a moss killer, weed and feed product. That'll make your lawn look awesome in May. That would then be followed up with two products. The Sea of Green seaweed meal. Now this will encourage the fertility in the soil and just encourage germination of new grass seed that you put down, also hold moisture in the root zone, and then you'll receive two together. You'll get your Feels Like Summer, which again has a little bit of iron to green it up, but a lot of magnesium again for the chlorophyll. But you'll also get the wetting agent. This is a granular wetting agent. No matter how well your lawn is fed, if it's lacking moisture, it will turn that brown colour and will go dormant. You want to keep encouraging your grass to grow so you can put it into stripes, so that's Satterground. You'll then finish the year with the Equinox fertiliser again, which will keep your lawn thick and lush right through into winter. So step number 3 is to actually repeat that process. The more you cut your lawn, the more you'll get the grass to lie down and the more vibrant the colours will be. For instance, you can see this stripe here is quite light. All the grass is being laid in this direction because that's the direction I cut it. So you're getting the reflection off the grass and that's giving you the light colour. This stripe I cut in that direction, and that means that the grass is leaning that way and it's creating a shadow underneath. So this is the dark side. Now if you keep cutting up here and you keep cutting down there day after day or week after week, you'll get the most vibrant stripe. But be careful, you do that too much and your grass will start to grow laterally, but if you have a verticutter or a scarifier, that can be easily overcome. Again, for the stronger stripe, you want to leave your grass sward slightly longer. Don't think that a shorter cut gives you a better stripe. It doesn't. The longer grass will create the better stripe and it will mean that it will last longer. Don't be worried as well if it's not striping up brilliantly straight away. Different grass types hold stripes differently. For instance, fescues like to grow straight up, so they don't hold a stripe for very long. So cut your lawn in opposite directions and get creative. Finally, once a year you want to be renovating your lawn. Heavy scarification, overseeding, and then a topsoil on top if you can. Keep that well watered, and if you do that every spring, you'll regenerate your lawn and produce lots of new shoots that will be vibrant in colour and enable you to get the perfect lawn again in the summer. So there you go, those are the 3 ways you can improve the stripes on your lawn this summer. So not everything is expensive. Yes, there's an investment involved with your lawnmower, but a Mowd Lawn Care subscription can be as cheap as £4 per month for the basic package, and that's going to ensure your lawn and your grass is thick and lush and ready to be striped. So visit www.mowd.uk for your lawn care subscriptions, and also pick yourself up a hand spreader whilst you're there, just to ensure that it's going down nice and evenly. Thanks for watching this week's video. We hope you've learnt a little bit about your lawn. Again, Mowd, we're dedicated to ensuring that the best possible lawns are achievable by everybody. So like our video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. But if you want to see this Allett Sterling in action and a full review of that, you can click up here. But YouTube thinks you should watch this video that we produced. So why don't you go and take a look.